Hello there, and welcome to episode number 80 of the Marketing SOS Show. I'm your host, Eric E., and this show is all about me helping listeners like yourself out with whatever marketing questions you have. You could be a small business owner, student, or someone who works in the corporate environment that needs an idea to bounce off of. That's what I'm here for, to help out. So if you got a question for me, drop me a line at eric@marketingsos.ca. I'm here for you, so you might as well use me. And before we kick things off and get too deep here into the show, I just want to send out another message saying hope everyone's doing well with everything going on in the world right now with this COVID-19 pandemic. I know it's not easy out there, and a lot of people are in tough spots, so here's some well wishes out here to you. Now, today's question comes from Darren, who has the age-old problem of he wants to market something and get some sales, but he doesn't have a marketing budget. Now, he had one in the past, but it wasn't an effective budget. It didn't get him what he needed. It didn't make him a profit. So, little background, he's selling a book on Amazon and in a few other methods, as we'll get into in his question. And I think this question does highlight exactly, it comes down to the trade-off. How do you want to get this done? It's going to be your time or your money. I've said in the past, but those are the two finite resources that every entrepreneur, every business has. It's your money and your time. And, maybe your human resources as well, depending on where you're at in the stage of your career and your business. So let's hear from Darren just after this. So Darren writes, "Hey Eric, how would you market/advertise a home workout book? I used to advertise on Amazon since it's an Amazon book and was getting sales while paying for Amazon ads, but I never made a profit. Cost of advertising was like 30% above sales. I have now made a home edition. I've tried classified ads saying that they could get it free, so I lowered the price to $2.99 saying if they leave a review, I will PayPal them $2.99. I got nothing. I don't think people see those ads or Instagram posts or everywhere I posted that. I don't have money to pay for advertising, but a few months ago I tried a very low budget Bing ad campaign and got one sale. Any ideas on how I would do this? Darren." So hey Darren, good work on trying a variety of tactics. It can be tough not to crack here. I'm going to assume with the tactics that you were trying that you don't have an existing audience yet, so no email list or social following to send these out to. Now, normally I'd recommend trying to build these in order to leverage them, and I still recommend you do that. But for the time being, I'll focus my answer on ways for you to sell this book today. I'm going to guess that your advertising on Amazon may have fallen short of expectations for a few reasons. You may have cast too wide of a net that your ad wasn't applicable to people seeing it. Look for ways to narrow down your audience. Really think about who would want to buy this book, what their past behaviors may be, and see how you can narrow things down on Amazon's advertising platform. Now, it could also come down to the creative and the copywriting you use on these ads. They may have just not connected with the customer you were trying to reach. I'd recommend going back and trying to experiment with changing these and seeing if you can get different results. Potentially try smaller, limited run campaigns to see what is effective and go from there. You could try multiple tests at once here, which is often referred to as A/B testing, to see which ad works best and then choose from that one and keep experimenting and optimizing. Now, the fact that your ad spend was higher than your profits is crazy. That is where I would narrow things down and experiment with like an eighth of the audience that you're probably trying to appeal to, and really find out what works and who your audience is. Now, I would also suggest jacking your price up to make a profit, but you likely won't get sales at those different targets. Books on Amazon are at very sweet spots in terms of sales, especially if it's like a Kindle sale or like a digital book. Those are often much lower. Now, reviews in exchange for free goods is a gray area that you could get in trouble with here, so be careful. Now, to start, try to get friends and family to do these reviews for you. Stop wasting money on classified ads and look for the right groups on Facebook, Reddit, and other message boards on the internet. These people are much more likely to be interested in your product than every person who may look at a classified or you just posting on Instagram with a zero following. No one's going to see it. You don't actually need to pay people $2.99 to take the book. Get them to leave a review. Send a link to you of that review and then you'll give it to them for free, whether it's a PDF download or what. Now, with you not having an ad budget, I would really recommend spending time in these groups I mentioned earlier. Give advice, be present in the communities, and be known in them. Occasionally promote your book if it fits within these groups' guidelines. Without an ad budget, it would be hard for you to scale up, so you may need to hustle on this one and put in the time. Another tactic that you could do with a low ad budget here would be sharing your sales with affiliates, like ones you'd find on ClickBank. Essentially, these affiliates will help you sell your book if you give them a percentage of earnings. Now, $2.99 might be a small price to share, and it might not interest too many people, so look at hiking it up, only if that fits with other books in your industry and your space. Now, lastly, look at selling that Kindle version of the book if you haven't already, and even look at Amazon Unlimited as another source of revenue. Now, I know that doesn't always work for every author. Some love it, some don't. So I'm just throwing it out there. So take a look at it, see if it works for your situation. Hopefully it does. So Darren, thank you for the question. I always love anything to do with exercise or writing or books. So if anyone else has those questions, feel free to send them to me. It's a tough nut to crack. There are so many self-published books out there. It's really hard to get above that noise, and then once you do, maintaining it and keep getting those sales. I think those reviews are a great way to go, while they are a gray area. But without an ad budget, you really are looking at devoting more of your time and grassroots to get this done. Like I always say, you got to pick one, your money or your time. I've always been one to put in the time over the money and take the money and pour it back into the business and get things going from there once it's proven that it's going to sell. So I would recommend that tactic as well. So Darren, thank you again. For everyone else out there listening, drop me a line at eric@marketingsos.ca. I'm here for you. Any question you have or anything you want to send my way during these uncertain times, please feel free to do so. And if you could leave the show a ratings and review, and whatever podcast player you listen to, it would really help me out. I know every podcast is always out there begging for this, but it really is the lifeblood of the show and helps shows like this get discovered and grow and for other people to find it. And, it allows me to keep doing it, maybe change the format up in the future and do some new and exciting things that I have on my eventual roadmap for everybody listening. So I'd love to get there one day, and I can only do it with your help. So please help me out if you could. And so with that, my name is Eric Key. Thank you so much for listening. And if you do review, thank you so much again. But with that, I am out.